Welcome to episode 749 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, August 13th. Ooh, spooky. 2021. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. I'm Will. We got Mark and Pat. Wes is not with us today. He's he's off today.
You know how we got 2 Fridays in Fat Boy Summer?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently there's 2 vacations in Fat Boy Summer too.
Yeah. Will needs to take his second one.
I haven't double dipped yet. And Pat, you kind of you're getting baby sicked, unfortunately.
I'm busting balls. A tough week.
You're getting sicked into.
Wes set the bar high with the length of his second vacation.
Long vacation. Long vacation.
He can't. It's like he's going to Asia with the length of this vacation.
Well, he did drive across country.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's all good. It just happened to fall on the same. I mean, I mean, this is paranoid, but I smoked a little dope last night, and I was like, did Wes get my son sick? You know, maybe
you think his traveling,
because him traveling could have been at a worse time for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Really
just karma in the universe
I was just
type
thinking,
thing.
how could it get this bad? How could it get this bad? Wes
has to be a coincidence.
Sent a letter to me, right?
Wes knew shit was about to hit the fan, and he didn't want to deal with it.
He's a sick fucker. You know that.
Yeah,
he's got a heart cold, but he's done.
You guys
yeah.
You guys got screwed by the time off gods this week.
Just teasing, Wes. But Cash has no COVID, which I got to tell you,
that's
good.
positive.
COVID sucks. A lot of us have had it. You're sub 6 month old potentially having COVID. It's just like an AIDS test in terms of how they give you the results, and it's worse than an AIDS test. At my height of promiscuity and at my height of just germophobia and.
Wow.
Yeah, being sure
That's
that
terrifying.
I had every STD. Yeah, better negative.
Terrifying.
It's better negative. So
he's gonna be stronger. He's coming out of it. He's getting his immunities built up. He doesn't have COVID. It's all good.
Immunities
baby.
are so strong, bro.
So strong right now. Look like my internet. See how clear I am?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
My internet's looking good.
Oh
Looking
wow,
good,
you did
bud.
upgrade. That wire's really making you come through.
It is,
clean.
but temporary. I got a 150-foot wire running through the house, and my wife can't watch TV because the internet's down. Besides me,
no.
So I got to find a solution long term.
And there's 5 cats just staring at that
Staring at this wire running through 4 rooms of the house. Yeah,
Hey, sorry,
that's
the
tempting.
man of the house got to put on his hard hat and check in at work, ladies.
got to go to work.
Sorry, TV doesn't
punch
work,
the clock.
But,
Hey, not looking good.
gotta put food on the in the bowls.
That's right.
Nice. Today, speaking of a guy who's probably got a good immune system, we're talking about Hunter Biden. He's back.
Oh, that guy's immune system.
He's strong.
Favorite topic of the show. Doing a little analytics as of late. Wanted to do a deeper dive, surface level. The Hive loves Hunter Biden, or they love to hate Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden's a hot topic.
Just the topic, yeah.
Well, it's beautiful because he's back. We might want to put him in the title today. For this one,
And maybe mention how good his immune system is too in the title. I mean, it's true. Hunter Biden and his incredible immune system are back
strong.
in the news.
He has a lot of weaknesses, which we'll get into, but the immune system is strong. Yes.
Yeah. Cracks his kryptonite. Yeah. It's not germs.
No, he's good with the germs.
Yeah.
Then we're going, so is Chet Hanks. We'll talk about that. Then we're getting international, and then we're going voicemails and reviews.
It's Florida Man Friday, so I'm doing a Florida Man Friday version of TikTok.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, Florida Man Friday, and thank you for some of the recent voicemails who've pointed this out. Yeah, we had slipped on that. We had not included a Florida on every Friday, but that is no more. Every Friday podcast we ever do from now on, forever, we'll have a Florida show.
Plus $1 billion on patreon.com/heartfactor.
Right. Patreon.com/heartfactor. Go there, and there's 8 months of Florida Man Fridays built up for you to just enjoy to your heart's content. So that's only $5 a month. That's pretty smoking deal, if you ask me.
It's that's
Pretty
100.
affordable.
It's 100 times less than what I spent on 3 months of health insurance I forgot to pay today. Or it's,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I could have listened to 5 years worth of Florida Man Fridays.
Man, dude, so to add insult to injury, for lack of a better pun, right? I've been paying $300 and something a month since Obamacare kicked in, and I'm a proponent of Obamacare. But the idea was get everyone insured, then figure out a better system. whatever. I'm an independent
it's like
contractor.
lazy now.
That's what you got to pay. I haven't fucking used my health insurance.
Yeah.
Not one time.
Can we get some of the money back? Yeah.
I've attempted to use it.
Well,
know.
but Pat,
saying,
there's no
my
more
card, and then
Right.
saying we don't take.
Well,
that.
wait a minute. Your son just
no,
got
are
a
you
bunch
kidding?
Your son just got a bunch of stuff done, right?
Yeah,
That-
thank you for Barstool Sports for full-time employing my my
they're
my
like
partner.
Pat's insurance. They're like no
Yeah.
chance.
Well, why
no
do you?
chance,
Why,
buddy.
why aren't you on her insurance? Why
Toss
do you
this card in the
I guess
trash.
You're not married or whatever. Yeah.
Bro, it's because I'm a free man, single man. I'm not committing nothing.
The price you pay for health insurance.
No, I'm just gonna wait for the domestic partnership, legal domestic partnership. To
There you
kick
go.
in. So
There you
'File
seven
that
years from now.
paperwork day one.
But no, dude, and I'm still fucked, right? Because I've been paying this $3 a month for like 7 years, and I didn't know this, but every state has a goddamn different health insurance marketplace. So like,
Right.
I'm now paying this thing that I can't get out of paying, and I can't use it in the state of New Jersey. There's nothing. I just
terrible.
can't use it. Part of it,
Health
I slacked.
insurance is horrible.
It's a
And-
racket. We're all paying too much. But then we pointed out the NHS like having long lines, the UK version, and I got a notification today from Charles. He sent me a news article from yesterday, from Thursday, that said the NHS has 6 million people still waiting to get like regular treatment. It's the longest.
just like
lines
to
ever.
go to the doctor to be like,
Just
what's this thing
to
on my
check out.
foot?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
so I
my
mean,
goodness.
there's flaws all over the place.
Yeah, nothing's perfect. That's
No,
for sure.
nothing's
Especially in the
perfect.
healthcare world.
Yeah.
One last piece of housekeeping before we hop into the stories. Green Room app by Spotify. Download that. Get on there for What the Fuck Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern every week. We're going to put up the last one.
Sunday.
On Sunday, which had
Sunday.
some fantastic masturbation.
It was so good we got kicked out for temporarily because it was too hot. It was too hot for Green Room.
I was pretty surprised. I was like 99% sure one of us fucked up and like hit cancel on the room, which happens from time to
It
time.
could have only been me because I was the host.
I know, but
And
then
I thought it was me too. And I was like, I didn't hit
I was
anything.
pretty sure it was you. I was like almost 100% positive. Like Mark saw a button, and was like, I wonder what that does, and then he fucked up. But no, we literally got pulled
And emailed.
because it was too sexy.
It felt cool.
We got
It
an
felt-
email saying we broke sexual
I'm
violations.
not going to lie. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Also-
cool.
Hey, I also was quick on my feet and got the room back up in less than 2 minutes.
You did great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got the full show. You can hear it.
We patched the two together. It's already edited. Yeah.
We'll release that on Sunday if you want to listen to the sample on this feed, so on this podcast feed. So, yeah, that was a cool feeling though when they were like, it was too sexy.
It was too hot.
too sexually explicit. You guys were too hot.
I wanted to respond back. This is the internet, right? Like,
Yeah.
this isn't high school.
We should have
It's
responded
high school.
back. It was pretty hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
You want a download link?
Sorry. Sorry. Didn't mean to burn your fingers.
ooh, caliente. All right, let's do a cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Holidays, history, trending news, and it is August 13th, as we said before. And that means it's Blame Someone Else Day. Pretty funny.
That's awesome.
Friday the 13th, obviously.
Yeah.
International Left-Handers Day.
Oh.
Shout out to me and like Mark's whole family, basically.
Yeah, both my parents and my wife.
Really?
Yeah, I'm surrounded by left-handers.
Will won't tell. I mean, Will technically is a left-hander, but
Oh, I'm a total lefty.
But you're a bizarre ambi.
I play sports with my right.
Right.
Like I'll like shoot pool with my right hand.
You
throw
right
football
left-handed?
with my right hand, but yeah, right hand,
Man,
left-handed.
you got those wrong, bro. You were supposed to play sports with your left and right with your right.
Well, that would have been more advantageous for my life, but I mean,
Correct.
my
If you can play sports with your left hand, you got a leg up.
body just this is how it works. This is how it wanted.
Or left foot soccer. Whew, no one knows what the
Yeah.
fuck you're doing if you're left-handed or left-footed. They're like, "What's he doing? What's he doing over there?" Yeah, he's going the wrong way.
The old southpaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can't. I can't go back in time, so I'm
No.
just gonna have to take the way I've come. But I'm gonna celebrate Left-Handers Day nonetheless.
Congrats.
National Filet Mignon, big day for me. I love filet mignons. National Kool-Aid Day, National Prosecco Day. Whoa! And shop online. That's not a real thing.
Shop online for groceries day.
That's not a real thing.
That's how
It's
I
a
do
pretty
it, man.
big day. Filet mignon, prosecco, and left-handers. Pretty big.
That's how I get down.
And Kool-Aid, Mark. Don't
I-
forget.
Yeah. Sure.
Plus Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Notable. Okay. Today, August 13th in history. Interesting day. It was the fall of the Aztecs in 1521. The Spaniards just put an end to them. And it was also the debut of South Park in 1997. So tragedy and miracle all sprinkled together
Wow.
on the same day.
Did you guys see? I don't know if we covered it on the show. The deal they signed,
Dude, it's like 900 million or
a
something.
$900 million deal for
almost $1 billion.
Matt
Wow.
Stone and Trey Parker to do something like 30 movies, South Park movies over the next 10 years for Netflix.
30?
And I think it's like 27 movies or something. I think they're going to do like, remember like Imagination Land, which was like a 3-part episode. They're going to do stuff like that. So they have to do just a bunch of Imagination Land style South Parks, and they get $1 billion.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Love
man,
that
I was
show.
thinking like
They deserve it. I mean,
they deserve
their
it.
body of work, they deserve it.
I think they already have like 600 million a piece
Yeah.
or something, right? And I was thinking to myself like,
They're stern rich now.
why? You know, like, just looking at the order they got, right?
Like, why would you keep going?
Yeah, I'd be so tired. They're so fucking tired.
they probably love it though. They like it's like I think if you get the business that big doing something that you love, just cracking jokes, and then it's like,
Right, what are you gonna do if you
what do you
stop?
think? Yeah, if you stop, it's like,
What are
what
you
am I
gonna
gonna do? Like, I like how they keep it going. Like, unlike Seth Rogen, like he's making pottery, and I want him to make jokes, and
Yeah.
like I appreciate South
And-
Park because they just keep it going with the jokes.
And like their thing is like it's a cartoon, so like it's not like their faces out there. They can, you know, like it's a little bit different. Like they just write a bunch of jokes and make these cartoons say them, and it's easy, right, for them.
No, it's not easy. Have you seen
For them.
Have you seen the movie?
Clearly
the
it
show
is
6
for
Days
them,
to
yeah.
Air about the documentary.
No, I mean,
right.
there's- yeah.
It's difficult work, but they are very good at it.
And this is the payout, right? This 900, obviously they're rich, like you said, but this $900 million payout, this is the one they earned. So this is the one you take, and then maybe after this, you ride off in the sunset or do a completely different new style of show 5 to 10 years
See,
from now.
this isn't sports. This contract would take them till they're like fucking 70. They'll never fulfill. this
No,
contract.
it's not. I think it's like a 10-year contract. I don't think
It's
it's
a
like
lot of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
More South Park, the better.
Good for them.
Make as much as you can, and I'll binge it later. Okay, let's move on to the trending news, and it's a top 3 just because it's a big 3. Number 3 is just a celebrity scoop. Lots of celebrity news coming out this week. First up, Britney Spears. She got her dad to step down as the from her conservatorship. So
About time.
Yeah, it's good news. So he says, here's a statement from Jamie's lawyer. He says, so even though he must contest this unjustified petition for his removal from the conservatorship, Mr. Spears intends to work with the court and his daughter's new attorney to prepare for an orderly transition to a new conservator. So basically, he's saying, like, through his attorney, I don't want to have this public fight with my daughter, so I'm stepping down as conservator. And then Britney's lawyer responded and said, yeah, that's because you suck, and it's a big win for Britney.
Where
So-
was this like 10 years ago? Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Man.
So, big win.
Yeah.
Big Britney win. You don't know who's going to replace him in the conservatorship, and you don't know how the conservatorship shakes out. This probably gives her a better like legal standing to get it canceled in general if the guy who's like started it is like stepping down. Who knows? But it still goes on. It's not over entirely, but it's a big step for Britney.
We still got to address the reason why she's being able to work in Vegas. And
It's
have
messed up. Her
conservatorship.
dad was the one controlling her. Like this reminds me of the story Pat did today on the Florida Man Friday on Patreon, where the guy's mom called in off of an image and said he was the bank robber and it wasn't even him. She was like, "That was definitely my son." Like that's just bad parenting.
Yeah,
Oh,
this guy robbed a bank in a mask,
And the mom called in and said, "That looks like my son."
and that mask looked like another dude, and that other dude's mom. Not only shit
ratted him out.
Your kid is call the cops and be like, that was my son robbing the bank, but it wasn't even her fucking son. It
Yeah,
was
she's a lot.
Another guy in a
She's-
mask.
She's
that
a
mom,
Jamie.
she's a Jamie Spears. Yeah, I mean, Jamie Spears is a lot closer to winning worst parent of all time than he is best parent of all time. So
Right.
like, it's just, he's. This is the next step in their saga.
For Christmas, you can come out of your room, Brittany.
I bet.
Hey, I'll even. Hey, you know what? I'll let her take the IUD out.
Yeah, let's let her run around the property a few times.
You know what? You
I don't-
convinced me.
I don't know like what he did beforehand, right? But I do know some people that dealt with Jessica Simpson's dad and Ashley Simpson's dad, Joe Simpson, and he sounds real similar. This is a thing, right? So like, if you're Brittany, we met her when she was 16. She didn't start at 16, bro. She started at like 11, right? Which is to allow your kid or to provide your kid what your kid needs at 11 to get to where Brittany got takes a fuck ton of work. And a lot of like probably boundaries being crossed where you should say no. And he didn't, right? And then she blew the fuck up. And I think because that happened, he feels like entitled to her. He feels like it's him probably, right?
Right, he's like, I did this work.
I made this with my balls and my hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he needed to get out of town a long time ago. Good riddance. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. See you. New Britney Spears lawyer getting shit done, apparently. Brendan Frazier, other celebrity scoops. Brendan Frazier was doing an interview with a fan on TikTok in a cowboy hat, and it trended because they just had a real sweet moment together. So that's all.
You see how thick he is?
Yeah, he's back in that movie. No Sudden Moves. He's a thick boy.
He's part of the movement.
She was like,
Fat Boy Summer. Yeah.
She was like, all like, the internet is so behind you, Brendan, and he's wearing like this cowboy hat, and he's like, oh shucks. I would have shown you the video, but this is
he's
pointless.
The king of like those links at the bottom of websites that are paid. Like you won't believe this outfit that got worn to prom. He's the king of like you'll never beve what happened to Brendan.
Because you'd believe anything like him or what's his face, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Anything you'd believe.
He used to be Encino Man. Now he's Enchilada Man.
I forget. You know what happened? I've fallen victim to that trap.
Little fat guy joke. It's all good. I'm fat. I can say it.
He hurt his back.
Oh really? Yeah. He does look. He looks like. Because it's weird. He's like got a weird thickness to him where he's like his waist isn't that big, but it looks like he's unhealthy. Like
he was very skinny.
His physical thing is fucked. Like he's not going to be able to lose the weight ever.
He was a do your own stunts guy.
Yeah.
That was his thing.
Yeah.
Like Tom Cruise, who then took the Mummy franchise from him. But Tom Cruise's body's a lot smaller. He can take a lot more impact.
Yeah, Frazier's a big boy. Frazier's a big boy. Yeah, he's tall.
And he used to be the Mummy in the Mummy franchise. Now he's the because the food's good.
Guy. We don't fat shame.
No, we can say it because
fat, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club, Brendan. It's great to have Brendan Fraser, honestly, in Fat Boy Summer. Hashtag Fat Boy Summer. All right, we got more celebrity scoops, fellas. Arnold Schwarzenegger trended for saying this about doing your part to prevent the spread of COVID.
Washing your hands all the time, and not just to think about, well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No, screw your freedom, because with freedom comes obligations and kind of responsibilities. We cannot just say, I have the right to do X, Y, and Z. When you affect other people, that is when it gets serious. It's like no different than a traffic light. We put a traffic light at the intersection so someone doesn't kill someone else by accident. So this is why we have a traffic light. You cannot say, no one is going to tell me that I'm going to stop here, that I have to.
And he goes on about the traffic light for a little while.
I love Arnold's voice so much. Is there any voice like more recognizable? Maybe Christopher Walken, maybe. I don't know.
He said the C word at the beginning of that thing, right? I think.
What did he say?
He said coming, but in a different context than when he was coming at the time.
Yeah, it wasn't not the same as what was that movie called?
Yeah,
Pumping Iron.
Pumping Iron.
Oh, the
I'm the Sperminator.
The wonderful documentary. So basically, he called people schmucks who won't get a vaccine, won't wash their hands, won't wear a mask, and I mean, whatever. It trended because everybody's upset about it. I think I don't disagree with what Arnold's saying, but he's. No. The way he's saying it with the traffic light. I mean, I don't know if that's the best analogy I've ever heard.
Bro, well,
it's like the story of the gator with the rat on his back.
Well, traffic lights came to Austria later. You got to remember that.
Right. Yeah, but like if people were just zooming through intersections that like there'd be like hundreds of deaths an hour. It's not like
I mean like
I get what he's trying to say, but
it's like the bear who gets head stuck in a honey pot. Yeah,
the analogy of the metaphor of screaming in a fire in a theater, right? Like that's tired. I like traffic light more.
I got no problem with what Arnold's saying. The other side yells about it. Everyone's yelling.
Yeah. No. He's going to be keeping it in California. He's going to be furious with his buddy Chet Hanks, also in Hollywood, for doubling down on his anti-vaccination take. Here's what Chet had to say.
Let's be real. 99% of you motherfuckers wouldn't use a shampoo that's not FDA approved, but you're willing to get some experimental government injection. Okay. There's more evidence for UFOs being real than that vaccine being healthy for you. Just saying. If the aliens are out there,
It's not that it's healthy for you; it's that it prevents you from getting
Right.
Hospitalized and dying.
Chet's not getting it.
It's not like a vitamin. It's not like it's healthy for you. It's that 95 to 99% of the deaths and hospitalization that have happened in the past several months are people that are not vaccinated.
Right.
It doesn't stop you from getting COVID. It stops you from dying, hopefully, from COVID.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, Chet missed so many fucking swings there. Okay, first of all,
It's
the people
definitely
that
not
won't-
healthy.
The people that won't take that are going to check and see if a shampoo is organic or not are the same freaked out anti-vaxxers. So there you go, Chet. It's like the same people that sent me a 150-page PDF about how 30,000 people have died from the vaccine, and then the first like 3 or 4 made sense, and then DMX was on page 6. And you're like,
I blocked a few of those guys. That were
but
giving me that
dude,
shit. Yeah.
fucking Mark, you're dead on to something, right? It ain't about truly what it's about in terms of affecting other people is like, this is America. If you get sick, right, even if you don't want to go, if you fall down, you're going to the hospital. Someone's gonna pick your ass up and take you to the hospital. And if you don't have a vaccine, higher chance you're gonna go to the hospital. You can't.
I don't ever want to get a shot. Period.
And if someone else needs that bed and you're taking that fucking bed, that's like the most basic way to explain.
Yeah.
It's just strange times, and this vaccine seems to be very proven that it really until another variant comes and fucks us all. Like the Lambda apparently is resistant to vaccines, but so far even the Delta. People with vaccines very unlikely to get seriously sick.
Also,
Not the case. Not the
UFOs
case
are
for
real,
people that are
Chet.
vaccinated.
I mean, you can't just compare two real things.
They're
together
both,
and then
also
say-
real. UFOs are real. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing, Chet?
It's really, yeah. I mean, Chet's just not real. I think like Mark's saying, like Chet thinks the vaccine. Chet has been in his mind. He thinks the vaccine, if he takes it, is going to increase him in some way.
Right.
It's supposed
He
to
thinks
augment him.
He thinks the government's saying it's going to make you
He doesn't.
super healthy, and
He doesn't get that it's just.
and a lot of people think that like you can't catch. They're saying you can't catch COVID, and I'm seeing tons of people catch COVID with vaccine. Yes, it's like what's it called? It's not like a vaccine to prevent the illness,
Yeah,
it's to prevent serious.
I think Chet like took
Sickness,
the
yeah.
Chet took the superpowers memes seriously.
Right.
Like when people were like doing the jokes like, "Oh, I'm Thanos now that I got the Pfizer." Like Chet like was like,
Heard
"Yeah,
that so
for
many
real?"
times. Yeah.
And then he like did his own reading.
I ain't no fucking Thanos.
He did his own reading and he was like, "Wait, it doesn't give you powers?"
Do you
what
think
the like
Chet's
and then
an idiot or out of touch?
oh,
or both,
he's,
or
oh,
troll.
he's
I think it's
definitely
I
slow.
mean, look, there's a huge market for people that are anti-vax right now, so I think he's tapping into that market.
For sure. And like, I mean, look, the thing about it is that Schwarzenegger's right that like doing that stuff to help your fellow Americans is good for the community. And Chet's true that he has the right as an American to
be
just tell you to
skeptical,
fuck off and not do any of it. So
Yeah, but let's
you know.
not give shine to Chet on this show. Schwarzenegger's the most American motherfucker on the planet, an immigrant who
Well,
rose to the
Austrian
governor
American.
of like the third biggest economy in the world. I'm kidding, but California's
Yeah.
on its own is a huge fucking.
Yeah,
problem.
but with that traffic light analogy, I could see why they were sick
Bro,
of him
you
by
didn't
the
grow up
end.
on a farm,
It's
Will.
just-
You don't know what it's like to see a traffic light for the
It's
first
like-
time. And
It's just
It's
later
like
into life.
It's like three-way stop sign. If one guy stops and two go,
How do they know to stop? He's saying.
Yeah.
You know, first time you see it, does it come
you
with
just shut up
instructions?
and stop at stop sign. Now
Screw
you
your
shut-
freedoms.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think he probably should have just also said not like he should have opted for a different terminology there. But he may have been going for
what's
the splash.
what's a chopper variation of like getting the vaccine? It should have been like get to the shelter.
Get to the
Get your
clinic.
vaccine. Yeah, get to the clinic.
Dude, don't get to the Donda live listening party. 4 people out of
What?
like 40,000. They offered the vaccine at the Donda listening party. 4 people took it. Not
whoa.
that everyone else there wasn't vaccinated. Obviously,
Yeah,
some
I'm
probably
sure.
weren't. But they offered the service.
That was a
I mean,
quick
it just
night.
shows
That
you,
was a
like-
quick night for the clinicians.
No one wants to like get a shot at a concert. Really, I think that's
Yeah.
what we learned.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean you can't blame him.
That kind of kills your vibe at the concert, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be right there.
Do it after a couple days after the concert, or before a couple days before. Yeah.
Give it a couple days. All right. Number 2, boys. Hunter Biden. I promised it at the top. and I'm going to deliver it right now. He's back in the news. Hunter Biden finally trended after a couple days of this video being out. And I'm very happy he did because I wanted to finally watch it and see what happened. So it's a news story about another stolen laptop from Hunter. This time, he's claiming that a group of 3 Russian guys he had been buying drugs from in Vegas for a long time grabbed his laptop while he was face down in a pool in Vegas.
Face down in a pool seat.
Of his own vomit?
Yeah.
No, of like water, and then he was like mad that they didn't like check on him if he was breathing, but they stole his laptop, and he's like, he's smoking crack with the whore that he paid for. Any, let me just here's a clip.
Oh God, this was recently
of it that was filmed by a random sex worker in Vegas in January 2019. Pretty sure they're hitting the crack pipe. I'm not sure. You guys tell me. But this is just a short excerpt.
There's plenty of crack in the video.
Yeah,
Butt crack.
plenty of that. It's blurred though, so it's safe. Here you go, fellas. Here.
What does the computers have to do with?
They have videos of me doing this. They have videos of me doing like fucking crazy sex. You know?
How long ago did this happen? You said before you
The
met.
summer, yeah.
So it would have been out already if they.
No.
So that video is almost 4 minutes long, and it's a lot like that, where he's explling how he got,
This keeps
attacked.
happening to him.
Right. He lost another
I
laptop.
keep getting my laptops jacked.
Yep.
Have you ever wondered what a prostitute sounds like?
And every laptop has crazy sex on it.
Oh man, that woman's voice is just like textbook prostitute. Like a slight cigarette rasp and also like a warmth
Yeah.
to it, a paid warmth.
Oh yeah, very paid.
So he wasn't talking about the laptop that ended up in
Nope.
the Delaware.
Different
Nope.
laptop.
This is a different laptop, Pat. So if Hunter Biden's account of the summer 2018 incident, which he was just talking about there on that clip, is accurate, this would mean that he has lost 3 computers containing sensitive information about himself and likely his family, including the president of the United States. One at this Las Vegas pool that he was just talking about, one in the Delaware pawn shop, and one that was reportedly seized by federal agents, I think related to that gun incident. So Hunter,
And it all contained very sexy film.
oh yeah, all of them
Super
have
sexy all
sex
the time.
tapes.
Yeah.
Crazy fucking sex.
Just getting a bite's worth.
He's telling
you
a
can
prostitute.
barely turn it on because it's chock full of sex
He's
videos.
smoking crack with a prostitute, and he's emphasizing how nuts the sex on this laptop is. Like this sex must be fucking
It's trying
nuts.
to, yeah, exactly. He's trying to warn the prostitute.
Did I say murder?
How
Not sex.
bad
There's sex on there.
I don't want you to see it. I wouldn't know what you'd
He's
think
trying to
about me if
warn
you
the-
saw it.
The butt naked prostitute.
Takes a hit of his crack pipe. It could really hurt my reputation.
It's crazy. What we did not as crazy.
Yeah, he is the greatest of all time of presidential family fuck
Man,
ups,
okay,
without
so
a doubt. Without a
Yeah.
doubt.
There's been a time when I had.
He should have been a Ford. Was it Rob Ford? He should have been born in the Ford family.
Oh, he'd fit right in. Fit right in with Fords.
There's been times when I've had like not sensitive information, but like other people's information on laptops before, like
Sensitive information.
Well, like they're like stuff you could steal their identity with, like a bunch of people's, and I knew that, very conscious, and it wasn't like sex videos of the president of the United States potentially, or dangerous shit on Joe Biden or myself, but it was just like social security numbers and addresses, and I was on it, man. Like, do you think Hunter is just too fucked up to care?
Yeah. I think this proves, like, look,
Yes.
he's getting filmed in Vegas hotel rooms talking about this shit, like, and how many laptops he's lost. Like, I think this proves that he's just that big of a fuck up that he loses laptops all the time.
Think about
Like,
yourself when you've been really fucked up, had the past. Like, did you really care about stuff when you were on a bender at all? Did you care about, like,
No, good point.
You
No,
don't.
and
You
that's
didn't.
what he's in that 24/7.
He gets on these year-long benders, like maybe he's sober now or whatever. But when he's not sober on crack, he's not caring about shit like that.
And Mark, to this point, of course, this has conservatives steaming about why the fuck was the Hunter laptop story censored in the lead up to the election, because it was obviously real the whole time, and that was just some bullshit censorship.
Tell you who got screwed is Hillary Clinton with her emails. This is like 50,000 times more juicy than her
And
emails.
it actually happened. Well, the fucking FBI should have confirmed it tonight because the FBI got the laptop, so they knew pretty quickly. Look, the point is,
She's got to be
Well,
rolling,
but
rolling
Twitter pulled the story. I
cave,
think
wherever she
Google
is.
was
I
trying to
still-
suppress
rolling
it
around
as
in her
well.
coffin.
I still don't
vampire.
think that the laptop was a laptop. I still think it was a
How?
stolen hack hard drive.
I mean,
pretty sure it was a
he's lost so many.
But it was a part of a laptop.
I
Like,
agree.
He's
just
lost
saying-
so many. He's just he can't keep track of his own data because he's that fucked up.
It doesn't seem that hard to get his laptop.
It's
I agree with
easy.
you there. I'm just saying,
It's easy.
listen to the BuzzFeed interview with the guy that owns the repair shop, and you'll.
Well,
get
sure,
why
but
he
it doesn't
went up.
matter, Pat. It's authentic data. It is Hunter Biden
right.
using
Yeah.
this stuff.
It sounds
and that
like
was
there's-
bullshit censorship.
It sounds like
it was.
there's been
It just
up-
straight up was
I
to
would just
influence
guess-
an election.
I would just guess there's been 50 drug dealers and 100 prostitutes that have been within arm lengths of that laptop where he's not caring about it.
Yeah, absolutely. He's talking about these 3 Russian guys that he's buying crack from all
And
the
his
time.
face down in a pool,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
the
he's-
laptop's out there.
They didn't check on me.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, man,
what
he's
are you,
gotta-
drug dealers supposed to check on you?
He's got to start keeping this stuff in the cloud.
No, they
or
did what they were supposed to. They stole the laptop. Though.
Right,
He's dead. He's dead.
They did
He is
exactly
dead.
what a drug
He's
dealer-
dead. Do we have laptop?
And you know he's a good client too. That's bad business. But
Yeah, well,
great Christmas gift
sell
for
that
Hunter.
laptop. Yeah.
Anyone that knows Hunter, get him a physical lock, like a fingerprint physical lock for his laptop. Like that, he can only open the lock to open the laptop.
Yeah, you know how like people
Yeah,
have to carry like science projects in school. You're supposed to carry like a fake baby, like a bag of flour. They should have been doing that with him with laptops. Like he should be carrying around fake laptops. He's supposed to take
Data
care
security.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's late. It's late. It's late for him. He's
too
pretty
late.
old. So
it's too late.
yeah. Hunter is always back. I mean,
He's fun. He's a fun boy.
He's
going
going
to
to be back again. If you haven't picked up, there's a lot of tape out there. So it's not like this is the last tape. This isn't the last clip they've got sitting at the ready. Like,
No, this is it. This is it.
forever. There's going to be
This
Hunter
is the
clips
last
like this.
Hunter fuck up.
He's heavily recruited. A lot of film, a lot of footage out there of Hunter doing his thing on the field. You know, like I know this is like a lefty Pat take, but the thing I'm most fucking offended by is the fact that this guy, who's by all accounts one of the largest fuck ups in American history, is all of a sudden he got repped by an artist agency, which is like a fucking a gallery house, and his paintings are being listed for
The paintings piss me off.
an insane amount of money, and they're good. They're fine.
Are they?
They're not
They're
amazing.
okay.
But you know why they're paying that.
They're like
It's
Jim
beca-
Carrey good.
It's because the buyer can be like, hey.
But that's it's a slap in the face to an actual artist. Like I would buy a Bush. Like owning a George W. Bush is one of my goals in life, but that's a little bit more
Right,
fun.
but what they're saying
But
is
that's the actual president.
What they're
This
and
is
also-
while his dad is in
Right.
office. It's
what they're
different.
saying is they did a report and they said there's no risk, but like there's a bribery risk potentially. You know,
totally different.
I'm just
You
more
should
saying,
wait
like,
till
give that money to a real artist, right?
Right.
Sorry.
It's totally different. Frank Biden already got in trouble for literally selling access to the White House in his local paper in
enough
Florida.
enough of the Hunter Biden paintings.
Yeah,
They should
like,
stop
Quit
that.
buying them.
the whole family's getting caught like trying to do it. You know,
Poor
trying-
Joe, man, surrounded by assholes taking advantage of him.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
last one, Mark.
Okay.
One. I know we're running long here. Afghanistan. There's really no update, but the U.S. is definitely withdrawing all the troops by the end of the month from Afghanistan. And as they do that, the Taliban is literally strolling into town and taking back the entire
The
country.
Taliban's like the 3 Russians rolling up on Hunter
Yeah.
Biden in a pool.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Very easy. Just taking every city.
Give me the laptop. Give me the city.
Waltzing around, so much so that the U.S. is literally now just in evacuation mode, trying to get all of its own personnel out, which hopefully
embassies,
they
right?
do.
Yeah.
Which hopefully they're able to get them all out before the Taliban takes over the country entirely. And whoever else helped us, which, you know, who knows if they'll
That
actually
sucks for the people that helped us.
Hey, Will,
Yeah.
So a story broke well. We were prepping the show, but we're going back. So yes, they're
we are?
4,000 troops are being deployed back into Afghanistan.
Really?
Yep. Sorry, we're going back. Which
Oh, that's fun.
I
So
don't know
so
the
we
exact
broke.
numbers, but I know that like there was not a huge presence well beyond 4,000.
Because the
No,
Taliban
that's about the
immediately-
same. That's about the same.
Taliban
Pat, is what it
immediately
was.
took over, so they just were like, we got to go back.
Okay, so we're not leaving Afghanistan. Is that really that broke, Pat? We're not leaving Afghanistan.
100%. Yeah, Kate's walking around the house, both happy and angry.
Yeah, right. I would
Happy
imagine
because
so.
there are interpreters there who helped us. And,
Right. You don't
made
want to
a
leave them to
choice
die. Yeah.
20 years ago, which was pretty much like you can help the U.S. and get a visa, but if we don't help you, you'll die.
Right.
or you can join
Yeah,
the
well,
Taliban.
well, basically what was happening, the Taliban was taking over so fast, it makes sense that
So we're
they
going to
are
be there.
sending people
We're going to
back.
be there forever.
Oh,
We're going to be there for
forever,
the next
forever.
40 years.
Well,
Yeah.
we've already been there for 20, Mark.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
we're
Just
gonna be there
settling in. Here was a picture of what the Taliban was doing, which is making us send people back. Literally, this guy with the rocket launcher smiling, walking into town. The Taliban on the verge of capturing 2 of Afghanistan's largest cities, taking the 11th
Dude,
provincial
fuck
capital.
the Taliban.
Like, they literally were just taking the entire country, like, with no resistance. So makes sense that they are sending people back, but that does suck because that's a huge.
They're helping with evacuation.
That's another
apparently.
flip. That's another flip flop.
Right.
Though. Like,
Get everyone
right
out.
after
Just get everyone that helped out. Right. Like,
We'll
but-
see
Which
what
we need to
happens.
do. We need to do that. So like
We'll see what happens.
as
But it's
ridiculous-
a quickly developing scenario. So some of these places, some of those guys are already probably dead.
A lot of that, yes.
Yeah.
There are people that got promised,
Yeah,
who
they're
helped
dead.
us
Who died.
fight a war,
Who got killed and
who are
tortured.
dead. Because
But
of
this is just
sloppy
guys.
government
This is
bureaucratic
just
bullshit.
after the mass flip flop. Now this flip flop. This is a lot of flip flops stacking up, and you get too many of these as commander in chief, and you're not looking so hot.
That's politics. I mean, he's 80 years old. He's not running again. It doesn't matter.
Joe, this
I mean, he said he was going to.
He's not gonna run again.
figuring out the fucking getting our people out was that's not Joe's mess. That's a lot of other people.
No, but his messaging pad of saying he would be out by September 11th, that
Agreed.
was his fuck up. When
Not
he
gonna
comes
be-
in now and fucks it up and flip flops. So yeah, I mean, just like the masks, where he literally releases gifs from the White House account, like
let's
masks
see-
are done forever.
He's got
And then a month later,
he's got 3.5 weeks. Well, let's see if he gets those 4,000 troops to pick up the boys and girls and come back home.
we'll see.
And he's got a couple weeks. Yeah.
We will
All
see,
right.
and that's a cup of coffee.
So we're going to do something a little different today. Instead of the TikTok international moment, which I'm just going to play it.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
We got to get to a live event soon, and have Darcel introduce us to the crowd.
I love Darcel.
Because-
Real corny voice.
That would be
but
so
I,
good.
But great, yeah.
Love to meet Darcel. All right. Gonna do something a little bit different though, since it's Friday. We're gonna do a Florida Man Friday, an honorary Florida Man Friday TikTok moment. So it's either literally a Florida story or people acting a Florida fool. We're gonna go. One is international and 2 are domestic. And first up, let's go straight to the belly of the beast, Florida. Florida man from Tampa. Shout out Tampa. Shout out St. Pete. Cameron Herron was sentenced to 24 years in prison for double vehicular manslaughter. The now 21-year-old got a new Mustang on his 18th birthday 3 years ago, and he drag raced his friends 3 days later across town, going over 100 miles per hour at some parts, and he did not see 24-year-old Jessica Rasinger Robinault and her 20-month-old daughter, Lilia. And they were crossing the street with their feet, walking across the street, and he slammed into them, driving way too fast, and killed them.
That's terrible.
That's
a
pretty
man.
serious fucked up crime, right?
It's a man that needs some punishment.
But wait, he's good looking. But wait, he's good looking. I think it was the afternoon. But no, maybe he doesn't need a punishment because he's good looking. Well, that's how people act, apparently. Specifically, TikTok and Twitter. A lot of the users are calling for him to be completely freed or his sentence to be drastically reduced because he's, quote, too cute for jail. Here's Cameron with crazy eyes. I mean, his eyes are insane, as you can see.
Yeah, those pictures you're showing don't make him look that cute. Also,
well, I guess we're too old to get it.
He's got a school shooter face, 100%.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, maybe like norms of what's attractive has changed with the next generation, but I wouldn't think it'd be a school shooter face that they like.
They don't like bad boys anymore. They like school shooter boys.
Right. He also
I'm skinny with bug eyes.
Yeah.
This guy can't hold a candle to the original.
We're going to get to him, Will.
Criminal.
We're going to get to the hot convict. So teenagers are losing their minds over this crazy-eyed murderer on TikTok. All you have to do is put hashtag JusticeForCameron or hashtag FreeCameronHerron in a TikTok post with a still image of him on it, and you're going to get views. In fact, there's been over 2.5 billion views related to his TikTok post or people posting about him. And he has a personal TikTok that has over 2 million followers, and get this, 0 posts. 0 posts.
Wow. So
People just love this guy.
They're just obsessed with him.
So there you go. He's the new hot convict, the new Jeremy Meeks, if you will.
No.
And this just proves being really good looking is awesome. It's
I mean,
awesome.
Yeah, but Jeremy Meeks was like a fun criminal. It was like larceny and drug
Yeah,
use.
just grand theft and
not a
resisting arrest
manslaughter.
and being a member of the Crips. Yeah, he was a fun guy.
Also, look, there's got to be a correlation.
9 years
between
in prison.
how hot you are, right, and how sympathetic the public and the justice system is to your plight. And Meeks
It's like
is a 9.5 on any scale. He might be a 10. He's that hot. This lands a kid. This school shooting.
Cameron
Let's put him up.
Herron.
Let's put him up. There's this guy. There's Cameron Herron. There's Jeremy Meeks.
He looks like every other fuckboy TikToker.
Yeah, Cameron Herron does just look like any Gen Z kid.
Yeah.
What if you put Cameron Herron's hair on Jeremy Meeks?
No.
Oh
You
yeah.
like him bald?
Wouldn't like it. You'd think he's robbing a bank because he would look like a bad disguise.
I'm not in on Cameron Herron.
No, me
Look,
neither, man.
Eric, just cut any of this and put it on TikTok with hashtag Justice for Cameron and hashtag free Cameron Herron, and we're gonna get like 500,000 views guaranteed.
Even if we're saying
Any
that we
part
don't
of it.
want him.
Any part of it. Just put those two hashtags on.
Let me
Any
try
part of
something.
it.
Let me try some. This is for that Eric. So I'm right in camera. Man, anyone thinks. Sorry, let me try again. Man, anyone that thinks this Cameron Herron kid is hot's a idiot.
Okay, I'll do it
Bam.
too.
Okay.
And this just proves being good looking fucks. This just proves being good looking's cool. There you go.
Will, you got one? Maybe a clip?
I think you guys nailed
Light
it.
up the
Honestly,
talk, bro.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna do it.
You
that's
can
gonna
literally get away with murder. Okay, let's head way. Let's head.
I heard
way north
I
of
heard
Florida.
Cameron's single.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
And if you want to see a picture of Cameron's dong, click on part 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. A tease. I like
There it is.
We're workshopping. It's getting
There
better.
it is.
You're
Nailed
welcome,
it.
Eric.
Yeah, that's a goal. That's easy. Let's head way north of Florida. Let's head to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada, where a 34-year-old man has a court date on September 7th because he wanted DairyQueen bad. He wanted DairyQueen so bad, real bad, and real fast, and that's why he flew his helicopter straight to the DairyQueen and landed it in the parking lot.
That's badass.
There's the red helicopter. There's the DairyQueen. Yeah.
Grill
There it
and
is.
chill.
Big red chopper in the car lot. I guess that's illegal. Certainly flashy and awesome. A member of the RCMP, which is the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, said the aircraft blew up dust and debris in the area that includes a school and aquatic center. And I think, maybe just get off your fucking horse and get in a car and roll up the windows. And that would have solved that, you idiot.
Right.
I'm sorry your horse got startled by the big giant iron horse in the sky with the propellers.
He also didn't include the part about how all the kids at the school ran up in amazement after the helicopter landed and were like, "This is cool."
His stupid horse that he was trying to impress the kids with got totally outshone by this awesome helicopter. And he was "Whoa, whoa!"
They had to look the law up. That's how sick
bullshit.
this is. Yeah.
Welcome to the 21st century, horse guy. Anyways, a passenger climbed out of the helicopter and bought an ice cream cake, and the pilot was served a ticket for 1 count of dangerous operation of an aircraft, which is a trumped-up charge. Bullshit. Sounds like to me a couple of rich assholes, though, forgot a birthday or forgot to pick up the cake real quick, and they were in a hurry. So they got in the chopper, and they're like, we need to get the cake, or this party is going to go south.
This is what we've been training for. This is why we spent all that money on helicopter lessons for a scenario just like this.
You forgot the fucking birthday cake.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah. So I mean that ticket's gonna be fucking chump change for them. Okay, here's one dangerous operation of an aircraft. Here's your $5,000.
Though also, it's probably worth it for that rich guy because he can just chuckle about the Mountie who was so offended by his chopper for the rest of his life.
He's probably gonna get free Dairy Queen for life.
Yeah.
This is the best press for Dairy Queen possible. Okay. And let's end back in America. We are headed to Mercer County. I'll try that again in case I was wrong. We're headed to Mercer County. It's probably Mercer County, Ohio, for a story you are not going to believe. That's West Ohio, Pat. 3 brothers were trying to fix a manure pump on their farm, but were overcome by fumes and passed out and died from asphyxiation from poop fumes in the manure pit.
Oh, no. They literally died of shit.
Gary, Todd, and Brad Wubecker were found passed out in the manure pit by rescue workers and later pronounced dead at a local hospital. What a shitty way to go. That stinks. I mean, come on. I'm sorry, but I'll pay for it later in hell. But for now, those dudes died in a manure pit from shit fumes. What am I supposed to do?
Oh man,
they died from poop fumes.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'm sure there's plenty of Wubecker family members that want to wring my neck right now. But
I mean,
put yourself in my shoes.
No, Mark. I mean, if you go out from literally, you die of shit. These 3 men died of shit. You got the joke. It's going to be a joke avalanche, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. In fact, hopefully they're just laughing about this.
Punch that in. It's the web curse. At least I can pronounce the name correctly. R.I.P. to the web curse, and that's the Florida Man Friday version of the TikTok International Moment. I kind of like this. I think we should do this every Friday, where it's kind of like a Florida TikTok. I think it's good.
Yeah, I love that.
I think it's good.
Except for the sad story about the 3 farmers.
They died from poop, though.
So you're telling me they like just had too much poop in the enclosure and they just.
So apparently, there's noxious gases. Like ammonia and methane and carbon monoxide and hydrogen something. There's 4 different types of poisonous gas in the manure pit, and they just got gassed. Passed out and were getting gassed too long and died. Yeah, you got to be careful in the manure pits.
Whoa,
dangerous job. Okay.
Wait. That was brought to you by Paint Your Life. When I heard about paintyourlife.com, I thought, what a great idea. It must be so expensive. Well, guess what? It's not. If you want to give a truly meaningful gift, you got to try paintyourlife.com. Get a professional hand-painted portrait created from any photo at a truly affordable price. Choose from a team of world-class artists and work with them until every detail is perfect. It's a user-friendly platform, super easy, lets you order a custom-made hand-painted portrait in less than 5 minutes, in and out, quick and easy process. You get the whole shebang painted and shipped to your door within 3 weeks. Send any picture, yourself, your children, family, a special place you've been, location, a cherished pet, and or combine photos. It's just one amazing painting, affordable. Makes the perfect birthday, anniversary, wedding gift, anytime. An anytime gift, because when you give this gift, it's the best gift you're ever going to give. It's the best gift. It's the best gift someone's going to receive. We've used it several times and we love it. And so have several Heart of Hive members who have told us they love it, and that the people that have received the gifts have loved it. At paintyourlife.com, there's no risk. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And right now, as a limited time offer, get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off and free shipping. To get this special offer, text the word factor to 64,000. That's factor to 64,000. Text factor to 64,000. Paint Your Life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. Terms apply. Available at paintyourlife.com/terms. Again, text factor to 64,000.
Yeah, and if you got a niece who's a Gen Zer, you can get her a painting of a Cameron Heron. She'll appreciate that.
She'd love it.
Love that. All right, guys, real quick, let's talk about the greatest shorts on earth. I'm, of course, talking about bird dogs. They're our Friday partners. There's good reason for that, because when you're in your bird dogs, you want to get down.
My buddy just ordered 3 new pairs. He showed me a picture of the whistle ball, and he goes, favorite pair of shorts I've ever had, ordering 3 new ones now.
Friggin' genius.
Shout out, David.
Let's talk about the second best thing first. The whistle ball. It's great. It's a free gift. It comes with the bird dogs. It's pretty much a Nerf Vortex from when you were a kid. Great for 500. You'll be able to throw that football right over the mountains. Best part, though, is the bird dogs.
Yes.
They're shorts with a built-in silky soft inner liner that makes underwear obsolete. These are made of that material that's like kind of like swimsuity, but not as thin as swimsuity. So like they're quick dry, but they're not like too thin. They're substantial.
Oh, they're perfect. I can hit the hot tub 2 times a day in these things.
You're in, you're out,
feeling dry.
Land, water, air. There's no fucking, not on Earth at least. There's nothing that's not built for bird dogs.
Yeah, they're a lot like
no environment wrong.
Will's hands. He uses the right for one thing and the left for another. He's very versatile, much like bird dogs. And they got cool designs, man. Like, I like funky style, and I was able to get like this sick pair of like throwback 80s, but not in like a played out kind of way. Pink ones with blue splashes. I got a pair of camos, which are dope. And they also come in like more chill designs that kind of, honestly, that's why like you can get out of the pool or the ocean, dry off, and bam, be at a casual dinner and not look like an a-hole.
I heard Pat get at least 7 compliments with those 80s style shorts, the swimsuit at the
That's
Jersey
not a
Shore.
lie. People were like,
and I was one of those. So I was one of the complimenters, and I was like, I didn't even know it was bird dogs, and then I heard a lot more. Yeah.
Literally, half of the people that were complimenting me have been paid by Bird Dogs to endorse their stuff. This is so, like, they should have known, but it's a newer product.
That's true.
So like they were surprised and they like the product. So anyway, it's Bird Dogs, guys. Get yourself a pair of shorts from Bird Dogs or two, like our homie from back home. If you want that whistle ball, go to birddogs.com and enter promo code FACTOR, and they'll throw the whistle ball in. So that's birddogs.com, promo code FACTOR. Very important, because that's how they know that you heard about it on Hard Factor. That's birddogs.com, promo code FACTOR. Get that whistle ball. Get you Bird Dogs. It's time for voicemails and reviews. Here's the deal. New to the show, Apple reviews, podcast reviews help us out a lot. So we have a little drive. It's like a food drive that you do for the homeless during the holiday season, but only then for some reason. But instead, it's a star drive, 5 stars only, and it helps the boys, the 3 of us and the one that's on vacation, move up in the Apple Podcast ranking, because it's very important. So any 5-star review that you leave on Apple Podcasts that is not subliminally racist, there might be one today, because Wes is the guy that's supposed to check that. We'll read it verbatim on air. On top of that, we have a voicemail line, 512
270
1480. Let him finish it.
1480. Yep. So if you call that, leave us a voicemail, and it's good, we'll play it on the air. So
let's get Pat a tattoo of that number.
I'd
like
get
like Memento style.
The Robin from the 60s before I'd get that on.
Yeah, Pat, I was going to bring that up. That unfortunately, I know we both loved that idea, but it didn't pick up any steam.
A bunch of people with no senses of humor heard that and hated it.
Yeah, nobody was like, it didn't pick up any steam. I didn't get any DMs like, yo, you got to get the Burt Ward.
No, in fact, it got side brushed, and then Garrett's like, how much to get a cheat on the news tattoo or something like that, which I liked.
Ooh,
yeah, hard factor tattoos.
Garrett, we'll buy that for you, 100%.
Yeah, no, I think he wants like a couple $100 plus, obviously, the tattoo. So we'll have
Done.
to,
and I'll throw 100 on top if you get a Burt Ward.
Keep him in the chair.
Will, don't chase trends. Start.
Keep him in the chair.
We got one more for this boy. All right, guys, let's do 5-star reviews first. First up, guys, this is from Macy May 123. Cheat on the news. My boyfriend's sitting next to me as I write this, so I'll try to be quick. This podcast is like anything you've ever heard. 3 sex icons and some schmuck named Pat will have you shaking, open parentheses, with laughter, close parentheses, in minutes. And you'll never want to go back to your plain Jane, boring old news outlets again. Come on over. What are you doing?
Right.
I mean, that was an incredible review from Macy May. Pat, I'm sorry that you got dunked on by Macy, but
it's okay.
Sorry, he has a kid. He's proven to have sex.
I'll grow on her like a mole, black mole. Can't get me out. I'll lower your property value because of who I'm supporting moving into the neighborhood. All right, next up, guys, GR_01. Love this pod. And Half a Pack with Wes is the best show on the internet. So let's talk about this for a second.
It's quite a good show.
Yeah,
it's a good show.
Wes, right? He joined our crew later in life. He's like 7 to 9 years older than us.
I thought it was 10.
I'm kidding, yeah. But we thought he was funny. He's just a hair younger than me. We thought he was funny, so he crewed up with us. And Wes is obviously an integral part of the crew, has been since day one. But, he's a quieter guy.
Yeah, so, to be fair, when you said later in life, this was still like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
it's like 15 to 20 years ago.
But Wes is more of a sniper. He's a quieter guy, right? He joined up with a crew of loud, gregarious individuals, so he found his space being a sniper, coming in with really sharp, witty jokes. We've known that forever. We think Wes is one of the funniest guys on the planet.
Absolutely.
But I feel like when we started Hard Factor, it took longer for people to get to know Wes, right? And now they're getting to know Wes, and I'm so glad that the Wes train is rolling. We had to force him, because remember, he went to rehab because he was a total asshole as a drunk, and he got sober. And then we kept paying him while he was in rehab, even though we're a small business. Of course we did. And then he came back.
It was the right thing to do. So
he came back, right? And then he was like, hey, guys, can't be on the Patreon.
Drinking.
Happy hours. Makes total sense because
Yeah.
it's triggering, right? But then it just kept happening. We're like, Wes, totally want to support your sobriety, bro. But like, you got to give something to the Patreon because there are fans of yours that don't get to see you on the streams. And he's like, maybe I'll do a show. Someone suggested a Wes-only show, and then we ran with it. And we really pressured
came up with a
him
name. We came up with a name.
So he's got 2 episodes out now. Of that.
Yeah, really pressured. He did not want to do it. Wes did not want to do it.
But now he loves it.
He did want to do it, but he was like kind of nervous. Yeah. Anyway, it fucks.
But thanks to the fans' feedback,
Forcing
the
it.
listeners' feedback
really
being
good.
so positive, now he I know for a fact he wants to do more.
So the half pack with Wes, I'm trying to brand it for the people who are
he's not
interested.
he's not a Saban guy. He's like, so Wes needs to be coached by like Andy Reid, not Nick Saban. He likes positive reinforcement, not negative reinforcement.
Yeah, so the topics he covers usually in his half packs with Wes are lotto tickets, recipes, and things that annoy him. And
Life
so
advice, advice.
It's just a really great mix of topics that I find refreshing.
I relate to a lot of it.
Yeah.
I also liked the scratch off part. I was getting into it.
Wes speaks his mind, and he has a gigantic heart. He's funny as hell. Anyway, so there's this show called Half Pack with Wes. Second episode is out, and it is only available via our Patreon. So if you want to check out Half Pack with Wes, go to patreon.com/hardfactors, sign up, find the episodes. Bam. Hell yeah. Okay, number 3. Mitchie B, 23, movie star slurs. Gene Hackman dropping N-bombs is one thing, but both Leo and Alec Baldwin dropping hard R ends in The Departed is another.
You did an
hard
RN back and forth.
Right. Also, Leo calling Matt Damon the F slur is a little problematic. So let's get into this. So I was talking about
prophetic. He said.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, prophetic. So
you think Matt Damon kept reading Leo's line?
Well, okay, so hold on.
Like, that's my line. He's like, oh, right.
Gene Hackman, for whatever reason, the 2 movies he made in the late 70s, he's just dropping the N-word a lot.
Well, and to this commenter's point, like, yes, dude, the N-word was used in movies like up until like recently.
Well, yeah, I mean, Quentin Tarantino says it in Pulp Fiction. He wrote that line for himself and says it. And look, words are words. They should be used in character and in art, right? And the word that I'm not going to say, because we're not in a movie, I'm not playing a character, and I'm not that person, it's not an illegal word. Words should never be banned. If they're used effectively for a certain piece of art or effect, fine. Like if you're making a movie about how terrible racism is.
Well, let me rephrase it. You should never get disciplined by the government or police, like go to jail for saying words, but you shouldn't say some words, and sometimes you're going to get what you sow if you say them in public, because you shouldn't.
Right, but
say
I think the debate here and the interesting topic is in the context of art. So if someone is writing a character in a movie or a play or a television show, and that character is a bigot, right? Should they say that thing? Or should
no,
they?
it's like doing a play about Nazis or whatever. Should you not do it? Like, no, it's no. But what's your point?
No, nothing. Here's the review. Number 4. TR math teacher says, my son's favorite podcast. My son loves listening to this podcast. Every year for his birthday and Christmas, he always asks for Hard Factor merch. That's awesome and makes us feel old. I also didn't realize he's been listening since he was 13.
Hell yeah.
That's
perfect.
That's perfect.
That's perfect.
That trailed off, but that's a smart, funny 13-year-old right there.
I mean, 13's what, 8th grade? 7th or 8th grade?
8th grade.
I started listening to Howard Stern 6th, 7th grade. Like, you just comedy, vulgar comedy is perfect for a 13-year-old.
I guess you just never think that I always picture our fans like 18 to 45. I never like.
I mean, the median age is like 25, but
13's on the young end. But
13's well, now he's like 15 or 16. Okay, guys, he's been listening.
I'm stoked,
his teeth.
Yeah, leave the kid alone.
I'm not.
I hope he's been fingering chicks. Good for you, buddy.
And can we get serious for a second, Bud? You seriously, you have to wash your hands and cut your fingernails when that part of your life comes up. Like, it's really, you don't understand how sensitive and delicate, especially a foreign body being introduced to that situation. So make sure that you're washing up quite well and cutting those fingernails tight. Okay,
smooth, rounded. Yeah, go ahead. Next one.
Yeah, no, the review cut off, not me. Okay, next one, guys. This is from Cats. A bunch of numbers. Great. The only way I can listen to the news now, everything else is so depressing and frustrating. This way, I can laugh a little while staying up to date and not off myself. Keep it up. Would love more guest appearances by Kate.
Make that happen, right?
Yeah, shouldn't be hard. Hey, Kate.
Yeah, we know that we need to up the guests. Everybody, we're gonna work on it.
If any of you work with interesting people or have contacts, just tell them to fucking reach out to us.
Just as soon as Wes gets back from vacation,
Yeah. Interesting foreshadowing. Finally, guys, this is from MacSack23. Outstanding, lots of rhyming names today. Outstanding daily coverage. I love my daily hour with the Hard Factor Boys. Started listening in the early days of COVID, kept listening during the middle of COVID, continued during the end and subsequent return of COVID. And excited to keep listening during the COVID sequel, Delta Force.
Yes.
Really love the show because it presents both sides of an argument. Which I swear to God, I didn't cut these off.
Dude, what is Apple Podcasts doing to these people? Cutting their shit off.
Where are you getting these from?
No, yeah, no, I'm in the Apple Pod app.
You got to use the phone, right? Like the phone.
No, I mean I think that Apple Pods is screwing
desktop
these
app
reviewers.
Display it for
Desktop app is no good, bro. You got to use the phone. I'm gonna find that one. Keep going.
It's the most recent one and the last one. Outstanding daily news coverage. I also want to hear about the masturbating.
Okay, I'll finish it. Okay.
I assume he's masturbating.
Okay. Delta Force really shows the show because it presents both sides of the argument, which is truly helpful in reinforcing my previously held convictions that I am right, and the other side is wildly wrong.
Yes.
Pat, of course, has the only fully formed brain of the group, and is a joy to listen to, even when he's being ganged up on by the other host. Keep it rolling, HAGFD. So, Pat, you should
walked your ass into that one.
There you go.
Exactly. What was the other one with the kid?
It was my son's favorite podcast.
Okay. Okay, so I also didn't realize he's been listening since he was 13. I always wondered what he was doing when he was locked in his room saying, "What a treat." Turns out he was listening to this podcast. Keep it up, guys.
Okay, let's move on to
was there any more that you missed?
Perhaps
the girl with the boyfriend. In minutes, you'll never ever want to go back to your plain Jane boring old outlets ever again. Come on over. What are you waiting for? Cheat on the news with Hard Factor.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that's it.
That was a chick that said that. So, yeah.
What a world we live in where the iOS app is more comprehensive than the desktop. Sorry, guys.
What did she say at the end there?
Hard Factor. Cheat on the news.
Right.
Okay, let's get into voicemails. I'm going to dial these fools up. I'm going to make sure to hit all the right things here. I'm nailing it. I'm crushing it. And bam.
Let's do
First
it.
voicemail. Let's crush it.
Click that check.
Let's crush it
Add it.
as one.
Add
it to the stream.
Gotta add
it to the stream and restart it
I'm
for
doing
us.
that. I'm working on that.
And then
I'm adding it to
Riders in the storm.
It's going to get added to the stream. So you just wait 1 second. And
there it is.
And you just wait 1 second.
Look at this. Now it's going. Here we
Hey,
go.
what's up? This is Jason. I am married to Laura. We both listen to the show every day. My wife buys me all the clothes because she does the shopping.
Hell yeah.
But let's be real. We share a Patreon, we share the send in the car tier, and it's $20. And maybe we're being cheap, but it's still $10 a piece.
No, that's perfect.
But if you can't afford to pay $5 a month for something, don't complain. You should keep that to yourself. And you probably shouldn't be spending an hour a day listening to podcasts. You should be spending that 5 hours a week on how to make some more money. And I'm not talking shit because I've been there before. We've all been poor in our life. But you got to get your stuff together. $5 is nothing for Florida Friday. And you can really spend the 20. You can do everything. My wife did trivia last week. She loves it. We buy all the clothes. We do everything to support these guys. They're trying to feed their families. Stop being cheap. Don't act poor. Pay them the damn money and keep it pushing. And if you can't afford it, they don't even really need you as a fan because this only works with money.
We'd still like to keep you as a fan, though.
These guys with new babies should be getting paid. The guy with the older child should be getting paid. And the guy with no children, he should still get paid too. Life works around money. If you're poor, we get it. But don't come on here complaining. You guys have a great day, and I hope you become millionaires off of this.
Oh, thank you, Jason.
Jason and Laura are the best.
So too. Yeah, the Jason and Laura are the best. Jason, you can come on the trivia nights too. You don't have to one person because you split the
taking turns.
That's not right.
You both come on at the same time.
Patreon.com/hardfactor.
And actually, that'd be a great team to draft because that's 2 minds.
That's true.
That's
20th.
One frame, 2 minds.
I totally agree with his sentiments on the. Don't complain about the $5 for all the content on the Patreon. We do need to pay bills like that. We do provide a free show. Look, I don't like the complaining about the $5 Florida Friday
but
thing.
I want to see
that.
I want to say this. There's no reason to complain about that because
there's no reason to complain about it.
That's
if you
the
don't
best
want to do
deal
it,
on
don't
the
do
internet.
it.
That's the
But
best
you
deal
should
on
do
the
it,
internet.
yeah.
if you right now, if you was to pay that $5, you could listen to 8 months of Florida Man Fridays right then.
He brings up a lot of good points. He's like, hey, someone comes and complains, which has happened several times, about the Florida Man Friday moving to Patreon. They're like, hey, guys that give us 5+ hours of free content Monday through Friday, why didn't you give us the other content that you provide, that you do, to me for free? It's like, that's a pretty stupid argument.
Can I point something out? So I'm not mad at anyone for anything. I mean, but yes, for the sales' sake, quick complaint at 5. Podcasts super interesting, right? Because it popped up as a free medium while it was still developing. Now, when podcasts really started developing, another industry that was very well developed that pretty much offers a similar product came out, and that's audiobooks, right? And did you ever find a free audiobook? No, you didn't.
Very rarely. They give you samples. Yeah, very rarely.
$45, $70 for the same amount of content for just one book, right? I don't know if you noticed, but Apple Podcasts is now shifting, and all the mediums are shifting to a model where to access anything, you're going to have to subscribe. And that's not,
I would say,
that's just one episode of
I would say anyone listening to the show that listens more than once a week to the show,
we
go through your Chase account or your more like whatever, Wachovia, whatever the fuck other banks there are, Bank of America, and look at how many things you pay for more a month than $5.
Promo code Factor.
I bet you pay for some stupid shit instead of getting 8 months of Florida Man Friday.
But my point was, we're never going to charge for the subscription. You're always going to get the free pod. We're doing the 5 shows that you get for free.
Yeah.
When
it's all bonus. It's all extra. It's all extra content.
Yeah, this is the extra. This is for the daddies. All right.
Good points, Jason.
Great points. Love Jason. Love that, Jason. Bam. Next one coming up, and so fast because I'm getting better.
Nice. Yeah, Pat's getting the hang of this.
Oh, nope.
All these
didn't
clicks.
Click that one button.
It's no, you got to click the audio.
We have a process where you have to click 5 buttons correctly in succession. Otherwise, the voicemail fails. And so Pat's it's attempt 1. No.
Hey guys, it's
here we
from
go.
Pennsylvania. So I go to college, right, and I work part-time at my one local grocery store. And so I work behind the service desk, and at the grocery store, you have carts, like grocery shopping carts, and so we have people pushing the carts up. Let me tell you, we have this one guy, we call him Lumpy. I don't really want to say his name because,
Lumpy.
Whatever. But so we call him Lumpy because he just looks like a human lump. And he is the most worthless worker that we have. Like, it's not that hard to push carts up from the parking lot, but he doesn't do it. And that's why, though, he hasn't had any shitty coworkers that ruin the work environment and just make you question how people, how people are actually alive and if they're actually there, So, yeah, just interested. Have a great fucking day, guys.
Okay, so
I don't think I've ever worked with a Lumpy.
This guy hates Lumpy so much. He didn't call it. Does anybody else have this where they just want to fucking kill Lumpy?
Right.
Yeah.
We had a lot of voicemails. We had almost like
we gotta go.
40, 50 voicemails this week. So I almost didn't put that one on. And I was just going to mention it. I was like, he hates Lumpy. And then I was like, what did we talk about like shitty workers? And I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, this guy's just shitting on Lumpy. I'm not going to stop that.
No, Lumpy.
It's unrelated to our show.
You got to let him vent about Lumpy.
He used the voicemail box just.
I'm sure we've all had bad coworkers, but not to the extent of a Lumpy. No, I hope not.
Bro.
I haven't.
Oh, I don't think I've had anybody that I've
in
been
the corporate world.
on.
We didn't bully someone by the name of like Lumpy or Stinky or Dummy.
No, but I will tell you this: like, there's always, no matter where you work, there's always some person. If you work at a big enough place, there's always somebody you'll run into eventually on your line, and you'll be like, "How the hell is that person like? They just don't ever do anything." Like one of these people where you like try to get them to do something, and they just wriggle out of it immediately.
And it's worse if you're in a manual labor job, like cart pushing.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lumpy, but these lumpies, they can exist in any industry, and they're just masters of doing nothing.
There's lumpy, which is one extreme, and then there's the opposite of lumpy that makes you go to a work meeting at 6 p.m. Eastern time on a Friday.
Yep.
There's
don't want to be either of those.
That's the opposite of lumpy, and both those suck.
Right.
Yeah, there's certain workplaces where there's a certain amount of leeway where you can take advantage, and the lumpies just smell it out. Where,
they know.
They're never going to get fired, but then you're not an asshole, so you end up doing lumpy's work for
They
him
know
or her.
where. Yeah, Lumpy knows where to find the places where they can chill.
Give them an inch, they'll take a lumpy amount of inches.
That's okay. So that's your space. Of course, we're going to let you shit on Lumpy if he's a piece of shit. Here we go.
Fuck you, Lumpy.
Fuck Lumpy.
All right, next one.
Nice.
Hey boys, Archie from Dallas. I just got done listening to the Friday episode, and the reviews were talking about Anchorman, and I've been laughing because I just realized you guys all kind of fit each one of the characters differently. I would say that Mark is definitely Ron Burgundy, and then Will is Champ Kine. Wes, of course, you're Brian Fantana, and then I'm sorry, Pat, but you got to be Brick because you're probably the weird one. Anyways, thanks for keeping us entertained and informed. Have a great fucking weekend.
Nice. Ryan
seen
from
my
Dallas.
headshot, RG from Dallas. Saying I'm the intellectually disabled one, huh? Okay. Saying
I'd
Wes,
like to take some barbecue sauce and
saying Wes has better hair than me. Okay.
Damn, that was good.
Thank you, Ryan.
It was something, that's for sure.
It was something.
Okay. All right. Next one. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Hey, boys. Just got done listening to the August 6th episode. This quick one for Pat. Thank you for checking that guy from Destin who tried to own you on the Tiny Dolls and Cuties. Couldn't have said it better myself. It's clearly art. Like you said, it's art and should be appreciated, just like Epstein's Island was only a vacation home. You know, I don't get the cancel culture outrage, so thanks for shutting that down. Leave it to the, right-wingers to not see the art in a film of half-naked kids twerking and the exploitation of minors. Thanks, comrade. Just have a great fucking day. Love you guys.
Nice. I think he's on your side.
Well, I think
that might be the guy who runs the Comrade Pat account.
Well, look,
we don't know who that is yet. We've accused Garrett.
Oh my God, it's like a bill. You know the billboards that you're driving down the highway, and it's like, does advertising work? Just did. Guess what, bro? Me respecting Cuties is a piece of art, which it is. Not one I like, but I respect your right to say it. Okay, it's getting conversation going, and you didn't even watch Cuties. You haven't seen it. You're judging something. You're judging a book by its cover. Now I watched it, and
You're telling me you think he was being sarcastic?
I don't want to watch it again.
He was on your side, Pat.
He was not on my side. I guarantee. It was a double sarcasm.
I know. We know.
So
it was well done, though.
Yeah, it was.
It was well done, but he's wrong. So wrong. Okay. All right, let me get this next one up here, boy. Next one up here, boys. Oh, wow.
Get another one going.
Got
another voicemail for you.
Boy.
I was reading a little bit about the Afghanistan while you were doing the ads. And
Pat, right? We're going back.
Well, yeah. You guys are all right. So we're going back, but he is trying. He's trying to say he's going to get back out before the end of the date. So
yeah, we'll see.
That's a real situation over there.
It would be nice to save a few of the people that risk their necks for us.
Oh, for sure. That's just a real box of tarantulas, no matter how you slice it.
Fucking Taliban.
And while you're over there, would you mind, I don't know, maybe, finishing the... Okay.
Hey, boys, it's Brandon from Canada. Once again, Pat, love you. Always showing respect to Canada. I'm up in the Muskokas on a spring-fed lake with heavy boating. Anyways, love you, boys. Back out on the mini bike. Fire her up right now for you.
Yes.
He's going.
Yes.
I got another question for you. You had a choice and the opportunity to go pro in any sport. What would it be for each one of you? I got to hear this. I feel Pat's going pro in some sort of ping pong.
Okay, so I just want to point out there, that's a grown man on a mini bike who could be on a dirt bike or a motorcycle, but he chooses to be on a mini bike, and that's fucking rad.
She's going.
It's his get-around vehicle around his lake property.
Oh, that's a perfect one, too, because, it's not strong enough, I guess, where if you're super hammered, you could probably, just chew an accident.
Built-in insurance policy.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
Well, you go first. What sport?
Okay, so... as somebody who played nothing but contact sports growing up, like football, wrestling, rugby, I would go pro in anything that was non-contact. So I'd
smart.
I'd say
obviously smart choice.
Soccer, tennis, golf, anything like that where
Pick
your
one of
body. Oh, I got to pick one. I would say I would be like Ronaldo. I would be the biggest soccer star because that's the most money, and pretty low impact relatively compared to other sports that you get paid a lot to do.
Yeah.
I would go with the two other choices. I'll pick tennis because it's more fun for me to play, but country club sports. You're dead on.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
obvious.
stuff that you don't get,
and you get paid a ton.
You don't get super
These
injured
sports
in.
you get the sport you mentioned paid a ton. Soccer, tennis paid a ton if you're good at it.
International low contact sports.
All sorts of sponsors, international sponsors.
Yeah.
You're not covered with a helmet. You're getting laid a lot. What's up, Pat? What you got?
The only sport you can smoke and do at the same time, baseball, guys. You have like a fucking 30-year career. It's normal.
Yeah.
You don't have to run.
Golf is like a 60-year career.
You can get fat and still do it.
Golf's on the table for Wes.
Oh yeah,
I'm a baseball guy. All right.
Well, Wes
too
gets golf.
many games. Wes would have taken golf, and he would have been right. It's a good choice. Paid a lot. It's a fun sport. You're out in the links all day. Baseball's just too long of a game.
Yeah,
Too
talked
many
to
games.
John Daly about how bad he wanted to rip a heater while he was doing it, and he kept getting fined by golf. But the guys are doing it in the dugout secretly.
Are they?
No one says a thing because it's part of the culture.
All right. Well, they're doing tobacco.
So they're ripping heaters in there. The real men are.
Yeah.
And hit play over here. It should be
you
going.
You didn't hit the. You didn't click the.
I did it.
Here it goes.
We got a slight error on this one. That's okay. That's okay. We'll
You sure
move
you
on.
clicked the?
I'm pretty positive I clicked
You
it.
gotta click that button.
I'm gonna
I
click the
don't.
audio
I-
button.
I
Maybe click
clicked
the
the
audio.
button,
Maybe click
man.
the
I
audio
clicked-
check. Maybe do the check button.
I clicked the fucking button. Okay.
I'd probably try one more time. It might work if you do it this time.
All right, I'll do it this time.
Let's try it.
It's one freak
I
file.
have a feeling it might work.
That does it
so
like it.
tech savvy. Okay.
Just click that audio. Click that play audio button.
Look at Mark with this brand new internet wire, just
cocky,
just stunting on everybody,
stunting
with this beautiful HD internet flowing. Here we go.
Boys, calling from California. Just woke up. So, I got a deal. Like, everyone needs to fucking make sure that they get on the sitting in the cards here. Just because, like, last night I was on the Discord with Pat, and me and Pat were yugging beers all night. It was fucking awesome. We met Julie's baby, and highly recommend doing that. Get in the sitting in the cards here and get on the fucking Discord. And I think I might chug another beer out of a boot today. But that was fun as fuck. I love you guys.
Spoiler alert, he did.
Colin's doing so many shoes.
Colin's doing shoeys. Have you guys met Otis?
Yeah, he came in the he came in the video chat.
So
we've been doing some smoke
Otis
sessions.
and Colin are from very similar places in Northern California or in California.
Nice.
They sound almost identical.
Nice.
Right. And they both party. Yeah, no, essentially what happened is last Friday went down for the Limp Bizkit concert at Jersey Shore.
Canceled.
Got canceled. So someone had some mushrooms. I've always microdosed mushrooms, but never properly tripped them. So I was like, all right.
So you macrodosed them.
Ate one chocolate. Didn't feel it. Ate another. Didn't feel it. Ate another. PFT jumped off the ship at that point. I realized like I'm immune to mushrooms pretty much. So I ended up eating like the entire thing of mushrooms. Everyone went to bed. I'm like, where my homies at?
Well, I did ask a few of the people because I play a lot of Mario Golf with the Otises, with Carlos, with Nolan, and I did ask, I think Otis in particular, if he noticed you were like on mushrooms. He's like, oh yeah, like, you could tell.
Yeah, no, but I also ate like 19 of them.
Yeah, well, right.
Anyway,
I mean, you're immune to them, and you have a very high tolerance, but I wouldn't say you're immune to them.
I didn't go. Okay, whatever. I want to see you eat 19 mushrooms.
No, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to.
Eyes are just all black. It's nothing but pupils. He's like, I can't feel a thing. I can't
with
feel
one
any of this.
We'll give you crown of tolerance of mushrooms, but I don't think you're immune to them.
I was just scrolling my phone.
Yeah,
man.
Nothing but pupils on this guy.
Anyway, it was fun. Check out the join the Patreon, send in the card tier, and get on the Discord, and you can access the video chat.
Hell yeah, Colin's right.
So, boys, Matt from New York. Just popped the clutch for a year. Might as well pop the tank in real life too.
What is he driving? Fuck yeah! Holy
was awesome.
shit! He popped the clutch in all phases.
We need to keep that clip. That's like a reoccurring clip for the show.
Whoa. Yeah. Save that one.
Earmark
forever.
that one. Holy shit.
So New York, if you're in the New York City area, you might want to drive that baby down to me, pick me up.
Yeah, you guys should go riding.
A couple
together.
boys go riding.
You guys should go riding on those hogs.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
So he also gets a free shirt because if you buy Pop the Clutch or send in the tier car for a year, you do the year membership, you get a free shirt.
You order the shirt, you email Hard Factor Store at gmail.com
and then
with
Wes
the
will
order
refund
number,
it.
and Wes gives you your money back. Boom.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the laziest possible way to do it, but
I know.
works.
Yeah, but you can't fuck with Wes with the systems. He's like
Wes has got
he's so offended if you met like he's doing
You
a
gotta
great
need
job.
systems. You
He's
cannot-
doing a great job with the fucking
cannot mess
entire
with the
merchandise.
systems.
If you try to poke holes in it,
Effective
you know.
system. It's very effective. I agree. It is. I'm not taking. It is effective.
Are you going to take it on? Because I'm not.
I don't
I got enough on my plate. Yeah.
All right, next one.
You can do whatever the fuck he wants with it.
Hey, it's Jimbo Jimmy from Mass again. I'm sorry for leaving the third voicemail, but I did forget to mention that I don't fuck with all the Pat hate. I don't know why everyone's always hating on him. It's nice to have views from every side. There's like views from both sides and views from the middle. It's great. This is the best newscast that there can be. There's no like one-sided argument. Like I love when Pat starts talking about something that like I may not agree with, but then like start agreeing with something while Pat is talking about it, and then there's like an argument for it. Like it's so much better than having a one-sided newscast.
That's a good one for you, Pat. That was nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Jimbo Jimmy. Jimbo Jimmy initially called his first two voicemails. He'd had a couple of
Climate, right?
Talking about essentially, he was saying fuck
Climate
the big
change.
Don't tell us that there's issues with climate until you yourself make a change.
Stop flying on jets
Government
and
leaders.
stuff.
That's what he's
Yeah.
saying. Yep.
Oh, well, that's a fair point.
We brought that up. I made
Yeah.
a joke about how they're all going to go to Glasgow, Scotland
Right.
on their jets or their yachts. Yeah.
They're all real woke when they're sitting
stay
inside a
there, yeah.
conference room on a private jet.
Right. He's right. Anyway, the reason I played that other than it stroked my ego is because I wanted to point something out, Jimbo. Same thing for me, man. All the time, my opinion changes, but when I get exposed to different stuff. So everyone that is like, you fucking lib cuck. Like, you can change my mind or mind yours, but we're always evolving, we're always thinking, we're always learning. I don't know everything. You don't know everything. No one does. So always listen to your neighbor. That's important. All right, next one. Next one's up.
Unless it's Tigger lady. That lady's not.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of neighbors, honestly, you don't need to listen to.
Listen to people. Listen to other people. But
I
maybe
just
not.
want to let you know I don't
Judge based on your neighbor, but
just let you know I don't like your flag.
yeah, the American flag looks great, but the one below it.
You know what my favorite neighbor
What's
is?
up, Hard Factor boys? This is Timmer Fredette calling from Cincinnati, Ohio. I had to call in after hearing Wes's story about road rage in Ohio and someone trying to kill him. I grew up in your guys' neck of the woods in Northern Virginia and moved out to Cincinnati. In all the places I've lived, I've never had anyone have road rage towards me until I moved to Cincinnati. I've been here 1 year. I've already had 2 people threaten to kill me.
What?
Including last time, it was a meth head in standstill traffic with a green mohawk, gets out, is holding a switchblade, pointing at me and making stabbing gestures.
No way.
So, yeah, Midwestern politeness my ass. Love the pod. Keep doing what you're doing.
Hell yeah. Dude, SLC Punk tried to get him.
Yeah.
I want to point something out about Timber Fredette's voicemail. And I believe, I'm almost 99% sure he's left others. That's how you leave a voicemail, boys and girls. There were no ums, there were no uhs. It was coherent. It was loud. You could hear it clearly. There was no edits on
come
that.
on.
And he brought it. I'm just giving Timber Fredette his proper.
That's such a voicemail snob.
Pat's such a...
Such an elitist. On the
Dude, we all say
You
You say 50 times a show. Like,
I'm not saying I'm great at
These people have to deal with a 30-second pause and then a beep. Like, come on. Voicemails are not easy.
I love it when Pat does voicemails.
Yeah, and you don't get to like
voicemail?
you don't get to like undo it if you sent it. It's there. Like, so it's there for Pat to judge.
It's there for Pat to play or not, depending on how good it is.
So we don't celebrate excellence on this pod?
There's been all these voicemails have been good. Yeah, sometimes you cut out a few pauses,
content-wise,
or sometimes these listeners calling a little drunk, and we cut out a few drunk things to make them sound a little better.
I wasn't about the
okay.
edit. It was just about Timmer nailing it, getting in there and nailing it.
Yeah.
It was high.
It's
it was high
great.
energy.
That-
It's great. Sorry,
fantastic.
Timmer. That I think you did a great job.
You
One
did.
bro complimenting a bro.
You did.
Sorry.
Nobody's disputing that.
You shook his hand while peeing on everyone else.
Just saying, that's how you do it.
What's up, guys? My name is Peyton. I've been a fan for a long time. Love the show. First time calling. I wanted to mention something first. You guys have mentioned Madison Cawthorn on the podcast a lot.
Oh,
and I'm actually live in his district. I grew up here in Asheville, North Carolina.
Madison
And
Cawthorn?
I've known that kid since he was little, and he is a fucking cocksucker.
Yeah.
In the truest sense.
I bet.
He was a homeschooler, and he was such a little dick, always a little pisshead.
Wow.
And not to mention, I know multiple girls who have had very bad experiences with him. One of which, my ex-girlfriend, I know, has a very, I won't say her name because she doesn't like to be mentioned. But the dude is a fucked up guy. He deserves to be removed or anything. So yeah, I agree with you guys. He's a cocksucker. But the real reason I wanted to call was to get you guys' opinions on the ship of Theseus, or Theseus's ship, Philosophy Corner. So the question is,
the Argonauts?
A debate on what something is.
Whoa.
So if you have a ship and you replace a board over the journey of the ship's journey, you replace one board at a time, and by the end of the trip, you've replaced every single component on the ship. Is that ship the same ship as the one that took off? That might be a little bit too heady, and I did not explain it too well, but...
Is he talking about Jason and the Argonauts?
Theseus, I believe, is the
Yeah, it wasn't
Ship of Theseus. is
Yeah,
what
didn't
it said.
didn't Theseus roll with Jason and the
So-
Argonauts?
Could be.
I don't know.
I don't
Madison
know enough about-
Cawthorn. Before we do the ship, Madison Cawthorn. If anybody,
Everyone
has-
knows he's a dick.
Look, if anybody has stories
just
that
look at
people
him.
are willing to share, like, tell us.
Yeah,
we've,
and,
come on.
we've heard horror stories that we're not allowed to
Yeah.
repeat about him sending messages he shouldn't be sending to the opposite sex. That's
Well,
very
look,
inappropriate.
Peyton, first thing, that's how you leave a voicemail. You call in with inside baseball information about a piece of shit congressperson. And here's the deal. Your girlfriend doesn't want to be named. That's fine. Have her record a voicemail. Don't put her name on it. And we'll put the disclaimer out saying that this could be true. It couldn't be. We just got it. And we'll play it on air.
Right.
Because, yeah, that guy is a real piece of work.
Yeah, if you're from his town, you probably got a dick pic. Oops, I
Here,
said
there's lots of people that
Big
may
surprise
have
he's a homeschooler.
Yeah.
bad stories.
So
The ship.
Ship of Theseus.
I guarantee that's the same ship it took off.
It is.
Let
It
me
is.
repeat the question real quick, so in case you didn't hear it. So the idea is you start on a ship. It's a very
Right.
long journey. Over the course of that journey, you replace a board by board until
Right.
every board of the ship, every element of the ship's been replaced. At the end of the journey, is it still the same ship?
Yes,
It is.
because the first board you replace is part of the ship and touching the old boards and so on and so forth. So it becomes part of the ship. If you do it all at once, if you blow up the ship, like destroy it and build it all back at once, I would say maybe a different answer. But board by board, yes, it's the same ship.
You know what? I would say even if you did it all at once, if it was the same crew living on the ship the whole time and did the whole thing, I would say it's always the same ship.
And then I would say, was one of the boards named the Argonaut? And did the new board also say the Argonaut or whatever?
Mark,
the
we
ship's
know
name?
you read a lot of mythology. Just Google
I
it.
thought it was the
actual-
Argonaut. Well, I mean, he could have at least said Jason the Argonauts if it was. If that's- I wonder if it-
Theseus is ship. The journey of Theseus. While you're doing that, I'll get
ship
get
was
this next
Theseus
one down.
What do you think, Pat? Do you think it's the same ship or a new ship?
It's a tough question. I know it's a philosophy question.
It was on the DSV Alvin. I guess it might not have been the Argonauts.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's a tough question because it's never gonna fucking happen. So I don't want to answer some rhetorical ass question. You know.
I don't know. I like
Yeah,
it.
I mean, but like you know, I don't know,
good-
man.
good
What is it
question.
trying to say?
Aristotle's got a lot to say about
Good
it.
question. It's a good question, but I don't know. I don't have an opinion. All right, but seriously, Peyton, just record your lady saying that and just. Send
Aren't
it
there a
over.
lot of like homes that are rebuilt?
What they do is, a
Same-
lot of times is they'll keep,
Yeah, that's the same
they'll keep a
house.
front door
Same
so they
house.
get a renovation permit instead of a total rebuild permit. That's what
Yeah, no,
happens
but
a lot.
like there's homes that are like 300 years old and they've all been retouched throughout the.
They always
300
keep
years.
one element. Don't you watch
Mm,
the
no, I
Diana
don't think-
Gaines show?
I don't think so. I think they say they keep an element. But, yeah.
What's up, everybody? Hard Factor Boys, Dallas Dave here. Just calling in for a Leeds United preview. That's right, we are back. Marcelo Bielsa, our savior, has lost about 15 pounds. He's looking good. He's looking thin, and he is ready. Está listo.
He's going to be crouching
to conquer the Premier League. And we start with a rivalry as old as the day is long against the Red Devils of Manchester United at Old Trafford. A little betting advice, boys. I think plus 350 on the draw is a safe play. We've got some hot young stars. Calvin Phillips, not sure if you've ever heard of him, starting defensive midfielder for the English national team.
Cornell, ever heard of it?
Amongst others, coming off a great summer, and we're back, boys. Wow. So Leeds, I think we're going to finish in the top half of the table again, and we are looking forward to a great season. So have a great fucking day, and MOT, marching on together. Come on, you whites, let's go.
Hell yeah.
MOT.
I agree. I think it's going to be a good year for Leeds. I think a draw is a good bet for that, too.
Having Calvin Phillips on the team is so great. It's just a real comforting feeling, you know.
He was looking sharp in the Euros where England got second place.
Yeah, but he was like their best player.
He looked good.
One of their best players.
Leeds, they re-signed a bunch of people. They're going to be good. Go
Hell
Leeds.
yeah. All right, guys.
What day is that game?
Tuesday, he said. The season starts this weekend.
The
season starts this weekend. So
all right.
We're not playing Saturday and Sunday. I think
we're on it. Apparently, there's anher team in the Premiership that's the Bees.
Yeah, the Birmingham. They came up.
So people are like,
they came up from the first division, and the Beeves and the High. I would say if you're not a Leeds fan,
Beeves or Bees?
Bees.
Yeah, no, I'm unless they're the Beeves, I'm a Leeds guy.
Yeah, I think I can't. That's what I said. I don't know if I can abandon Leeds.
I love Leeds. I fucking love Leeds.
I think Leeds, and I also I do have to admit I'm still an Inter Milan guy, and I'm gonna order one of their hilarious jerseys.
Different league.
Yeah, different league.
Serie A.
All right, final voicemail, guys. Now, this is a combination of 3 different voicemails. It's real quick. There has been quite a heated debate about how to pronounce a disease or a syndrome that Wes talked about on the show a couple weeks back.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And it's
Gerbababim.
Yep, that one. And it's really it's bringing in a lot of
it's like
don't
Julianne. Don't say it. Okay.
Don't say it. Here we go. So, and I do want to point out these 3 humans have 3 varying degrees of relationships with medicine.
Interesting.
Here we go.
How's it going, boys? This is Goose out here in California. It's Guillain-Barré.
Hey, this is Austin from Kentucky. Well, actually, Austin from Cincinnati called in. Believe Guillain-Barré.
Hey, fellas, it's JJ. I'm the surgery resident at UVA that listens to the show. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Guillain-Barré.
Holy shit! 3 for 3.
Wow, and the last guy's a surgeon.
It's a
so
stamp.
It's Guillain-Barré.
Stamp that one. Wes didn't think it was Guillain-Barré.
Well,
right?
Wes immediately, because that's I think how I tried to say it the first time. And Wes goes, "No, it's Guillain-Barré," and that is what the last caller called it. Guillain-Barré, and that's the last guy called in. He goes, "Yeah, it's Guillain-Barré." And then no, it's
American versus French.
Yeah, because it's a French word and it has an accent. There was like an accent on the E, so I knew that it was like ultra French sounding.
French and berets.
Fancy. Yeah. Also, the first 2 gentlemen had family members that were nurses, right? So that, and then JJ came in with the trump card saying, "Hey, surgeon resident at UVA Medical Center." To that, I say, JJ.
I named it. It's Guillain-Barré.
Where the fuck were you when we lived in Charlottesville and were doing very dangerous things and didn't have insurance? Cool, you're there now, but a little late for us, right?
You're talking about jumping into the bushes.
Yeah, I'm just talking about a couple situations where we could have used a Hive member who is a resident surgeon at UVA Medical Center.
He was in high school at that point. Like,
smart guy though.
He has a dad.
Yep,
older
I don't know. Is he from Charlottesville? It sounds like he just goes to school there.
I don't know.
Resident.
I'm not a doctor. He is.
Resident.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he was there. I mean, this is a long time ago when we were jumping into bushes in Charlottesville.
Oof, lucky.
I'd trust him then.
A lot of scratches. No one got pierced, luckily.
If JJ was there, I would have loved to have met him. I bet you we probably missed him. This is my guess. Unless he's been in med school for like 15 years.
All right.
He's a member of the Hive. He could be a time taker, experienced guy. That's going to do it for Hard Factor. It's a long episode, so we're going to wrap it up quick. Have an awesome fucking... Wait, nope. Have a great fucking weekend.